show everyone all the fault codes.
Right, so to fix that, it's N249, yeah? It thinks it's got an open circuit, so that's remap, so that's delete. Brake electronics, left rear ABS sensor, brake pressure sensor, radio, brake control module, left rear level control system sensor. Camber arm is broken. You want to change the Haldex oil and filter, plus change the diff oil as well.
I'm Gobi, I'm Ricky,
and welcome to Deadly TV.
So guys, we've come back to Tass's place to pick up the Audi S3. Tass has obviously bolted everything back on together, but Tass has obviously noticed another oil leak. But I'll let Tass go through everything.
Right, so we've basically put everything back together and we've cured all the leaks on the gearbox side, which was like a fountain, and ran it all up and discovered that on the front timing seal, which holds the crank seal, there's a bit of a weep coming out where it meets the block, and it's that part there is sealed with sealer, and obviously it's just really old, and yeah, it's just leaking.
It's just leaking.
That means to do that, you've got to disconnect the timing belt, take the lower timing gear off, so that means undoing the crank bolt, which is really tight, which means you've got to lock the crank, which means the sump's got to come off again.
Bloody hell, for the what, fourth time?
I think that's fourth time. I've never seen a car with the sump on and off so many times. It's arguable to say, for anyone watching, they might think, why don't you just do all of it when you had the sump off? And that's not down to me, that's down to you guys. And plus, we weren't 100% sure, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like where it was leaking from, because it was so bad and there was oil everywhere, even though we washed it. And to be honest with you, it didn't show up. Like,
maybe it didn't show up to us because it was leaking out the other holes, and now they're all
relieving the pressure. Yeah, like, maybe. I mean, look, this is what it is. You've got your front crank seal. Yeah. I mean, that may be leaking, but maybe not. But where it's leaking is this obviously bolts onto the engine like that. It's got a sealer on it, and it's leaking right here.
Like ever so little,
so
it, you know?
When it's running, you can just see this. I've cleaned it with brake cleaner, and then you just see it bubbling.
And just seeping out.
Yeah, and it just eventually just pulls, and it creates a little drop of oil, and then it just drips. And that's like at 2,000 RPM. So if you're like pushing it, I can only imagine this is going to be worse. Yeah. So this all needs to come off. To take this off, you've got to take the lower timing gear off.
What you put sealant around?
Yeah, from factory. This is sealed. There's no gasket on it.
Okay.
That means taking the sump off because the sump seal's on this side. Yeah. But yeah, at the same time, you kind of weren't needing to take the sump off if this wasn't leaking, but you were planning to do a dowel pin on the crank to take the extra power. So yeah, it's just take the sump off. Again, clean it up.
Do you know what, guys? It's just a madness. Obviously, I'm guessing everyone at home's gonna exactly think, why didn't we do everything at once? But with this issue with this oil leak just come now, we actually didn't see it before.
That's right.
And there were so many oil leaks, about 4 or 5 different oil leaks coming from the car. There was oil everywhere.
Yeah, so we've done like rocker cover gasket,
You've
cam
done
seals both sides,
VVT gasket,
sump again, rear main seal, and there's oil everywhere, so it's hard to see where it's leaking from. So that's the next spot. We're going to dowel pin the crank anyway, so hopefully when we do that...
Best time to do it.
Yeah, we'll get that sealed up, and then it's ready for the big turbo.
And that time we're going to do the timing belt and the water pump at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're tackling all of these issues as they arise, guys. Like we said, there was so much oil leaks, we couldn't physically see the oil coming out from there because there was oil everywhere. But it's one of those things, you live and learn. It's an experience for us as well. Yeah. You know, if we ever done something similar like this in the future,
it's
we might think...
typical 180.
It's coming from there. But you know what? Yeah, we just can't believe the sun's coming off for the 4th time.
Right now, the £2,100, it's like, it wasn't even worth it.
It wasn't worth it. Like,
should have bought the fresh one from eBay for 10 grand.
Literally, man. But obviously, we'll let the car run up now. Yeah. We'll try and see, obviously, it leaking so we can show you guys on camera.
Plus, you can see from all the times that we have taken the sump out, how clean the oil is.
Yeah, oil is looking fresh.
Baby oil.
That's just... Yeah, it's like baby oil. I think I've put baby oil in it.
Trust me. That's definitely not 5, that'd be 40. But yeah, guys, I feel obviously Tass has done a lot of work. We're going to actually try and take the car back. Hopefully we don't break down or have no issues like that.
No, it should be fine.
And we're going to cruise it back as well. We've obviously, you put new bearings on the rods.
Put new bearings on the rods.
So ideally, we don't want to just straight hammer the car. We want to just take it a bit easy. Probably do like 200-300 miles cruising, and then after we'll give it a few pulls. But we're not going to go crazy anyway because we know there's another oil leak. But we'll probably try and bed, I don't know if it
you've
needs
done
bedding,
major work like changing bearings and that, it's good to just build up to it rather than just get straight to red line and be hammering it like most people. Try and have a bit of self-control, build it up, and if something's going to go wrong, you're going to notice it potentially, fingers crossed nothing goes wrong, but if it does, you're going to notice it's like at lower RPM, less load. So dowel pin kit. You basically just put a steel pin through the crank, so the crank needs to be drilled, and that holds the lower timing gear with extra support basically because the keyway on the lower timing gear has been known to shear off past certain power levels and stuff.
One dowel pin or two?
One's enough.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Yeah,
you got one oil leak now out of many that you had. So I think it was leaking from everywhere. That's the last one.
Slowly but surely.
Literally the last one.
Apparently the subframe looks fresh. That's probably from all the oil.
Right guys, before we head off, a quick word from our sponsors, Easy Car Claims.
Dealing with a car accident can be really stressful. That's where Easy Car Claims can help.
Whether you need quick claim processing, safe vehicle storage or a replacement car, Easy Car Claims has everything covered from repairs to personal injury support, and there's no extra fees.
They handle both fault and non-fault claims, including for PCO driving.
The service is available all over the UK.
So if you're ever in an accident, go to easycarclaims.co.uk, follow the simple steps and let them take care of everything. Your accident is their priority.
Right guys, let's get back to the video.
I see, is it the moment of truth, hearing the engine after that?
On its own battery, it starts.
It sounded quite charged. It's got to blow, man. What did you do to a car? What did you do, man?
Right, so as you can see, we're running it up about 2,500 RPM, and you can see the bit of oil just starting to come there, but it's actually bubbling out from right there. That's where it's coming out from, and it's trickling down and then ending up there. And if you watch it, you might see just the little tiny bubble just coming out of where the cover is meeting the block.
So that brown thing right there is oil, yeah?
That is oil, yeah. That's oil. That's oil. And it's coming out just above there. That's it. So to fix that, and this is at 2,500 RPM. I've already ran it up so the oil is hot from before. It's not a major leak, but it is a leak. Other than that, you can see everything else dry.
Yes, you can see it right there, guys. The oil leak right.
But I did notice as well, you want to do a delete on these power steering pipes because first they're insecure, and secondly, you can see in here where these are press fitted, eventually they burst.
So guys, as you could see, the car is still leaking oil, but it's ever so little, man, you know. We fixed a lot of problems and we had to go through all of these issues to then see if there's any other small oil leaks. And there's this one last one left. But we're gonna tackle it, we're gonna sort it out. Not right now, but in the next couple of weeks we're gonna get it sorted when we do the timing belt and the water pump, and then we're gonna go big power.
They call it pinning the crank.
Pinning the
it's
crank.
A dowel pin. You know, like you get wooden dowels.
Yeah.
Like to put furniture together.
And
it's
it
like
just,
a piece of wood, like just a dowel.
And it just gives it extra strength, right?
Yeah. So, like as standard, they're alright at standard power, but when people start pushing them hard, like big power or like high RPM, people have seen that the crank gear shears off, like the keyway shears off.
And then what happens?
Then your engine's gone.
Okay.
So because it's like snapping your timing belt, like similar sort of thing.
So it's a bit, it's
so
a risky
the valve
thing.
will hit the pistons, blah blah blah, engine kaput.
Yeah.
But by doing that, it just like it's like it strengthens it and it like stops that possibly happening. You can still probably do it if the dowel pin crank breaks as well.
Yeah, but obviously where we're going to go big power, guys, we want to try and do as much as we can so it doesn't obviously just break.
And stuff like that. It's like it's not much. So it seems like it's leaking from somewhere around here. But when we do that, we're gonna dowel pin the crank gear. So this is the crank gear. You can't see the dowel pins at the moment because the bolt's in. But if you took this off, Tas has already drilled on this other engine he's building. He's drilled a hole through there, through the crank, and then you put a dowel pin through it. It just stops the keyway from like breaking.
It's a madness because we've got this other oil leak, but I'm not super upset because we're gonna be working in that area for pinning the crank and the timing belt and the water pump.
And it's not Niagara Falls like it was before. So hopefully that oil leak is just like a small little thing.
Obviously Tas had obviously the RPMs on like 2,500 and it was literally just seeping a bit. It wasn't even dropping out. Like it was just literally just coming to surface. So yeah, guys.
But we are gonna sort it out. Just give us some time because we spent a pretty penny on this car.
It hasn't been cheap.
Advice to everyone. This is the second time I've bought a forged engine car. This is the second one, and both times have been like bad.
Nightmare.
So because people end up putting like the wrong things back on. So right now, where we've saved so much money. I mean, where we've saved so much money not forging the engine, we've lost money by fixing all the oil leaks. So with that money, we could have had like that could have been standard 225 BAM. We could have just put some rods in it, and it would have been sweet. And no oil leaks.
And no oil leaks. But this is the modified car life, guys.
This is the life, you know. We deserve this.
Literally, we thought we're finding a deadly bargain. Yeah, man.
Oh, also, the big fan, radiator fan don't work. Seized up.
I've got another one.
Don't work. You need to change it.
What, at all? Like, it doesn't never come on?
No, it doesn't spin.
I'm trying to think, this car never even overheated.
The small one spins.
Oh, because it's what? Oh, there's two. So one's not working and one.
So there's another one. So it's relying on the small one.
When we do the front, man,
I would fix the brake module. What's it called? When you do the timing belt, do the brake pressure module sensor as well. At the same time. Get to the back of the car and fix. You got to do all the chassis. You got to do the ball joints. They're
on the front.
Guaranteed now the tracking will be out as well because you can't ever put it back in the same position. So. There's no point doing tracking.
No. That's right then. Once you put wheels, tyres, everything, we know how it's going to be set, then do the tracking.
It's a process, man. There's a lot to do. You know? If it was me, I'll be fixing the things that are wrong with the actual car
chassis
before doing any other mods.
Cool. No, that's our next
plan. The car is fixed. All
the
braking system, there's no lights on the dash, everything works as it should. And then you worry about the next modifications, you know?
Yeah, we're just trying to get this thing big turbo and not worrying, not thinking about everything else. But everything else is in the pipelines. It's just step by step in it, you know.
But it's come a long way. So that's missing the insert. It's got a brass insert. It's missing this one, solid.
Okay.
So that's another thing.
And we've got the solid.
And now you've got Chris's solid mounts. Fitted to the gearbox, which were pain in the arse.
Tas is quite busy with other work, so we're going to leave him to it. This car's been here for a couple of weeks, well, 2 weeks probably. And we're going to take it back, let him carry on, and we'll come back and sort out all the other bits and bobs.
Sounds good.
Yeah, Tas, thank you very much, brother.
No problem.
So, guys, pray for us. We're going to be driving this car back to East London. Hopefully we don't break down, which I don't think we will. But until then, guys, stay tuned and stay ready.